The massive alien ship appeared above Geneva without warning. Its shadow covered the entire city like a dark cloud that would not move. People stopped walking on the streets and looked up at the sky. Cars stopped moving. Children pointed at the huge metal shape floating above them. Admiral Han Wu was in his office at Earth Defense Command when the alarm started ringing. Red lights flashed on every screen. His assistant ran into the room with a tablet in her hands. "Sir, we have a situation," she said, breathing hard. "A ship just appeared over Geneva. It's huge. Our sensors say it's 3 kilometers long." Han Wu stood up from his desk. He was 52 years old and had been a soldier for most of his life. He had fought in the Mars Wars 10 years ago. He knew how to stay calm when things went wrong. "Get me Dr. Park Yuna," he said, "and call Minister Kim Hana. Tell them to meet me in the war room in 5 minutes." The alien ship did not move for 2 hours. It just stayed there in the sky above the United Nations building. News reporters came from all over the world. They set up cameras and started talking to people on live television. Everyone wanted to know what the ship was doing there. Dr. Park Yuna arrived at Earth Defense Command 30 minutes after Han Wu called her. She was the best scientist on Earth when it came to studying alien life. She had been waiting her whole career for this moment, but now that it was here, she felt scared. "What do we know about them?" Han Wu asked her. "Nothing," Park Yuna said. "We have never seen anything like this ship before. The metal it's made from is not like anything we use. Our computers cannot figure out how it stays in the air." Minister Kim Hana came into the room. She was the head of the United Earth Assembly. All the countries of Earth had chosen her to speak for them when big problems happened. She was only 40 years old, but she was very smart. She had helped make peace between countries that used to fight each other. "The ship is sending us a message," Kim Hana said. "They want to meet with our leaders. They say they come in peace, but they have something important to tell us." Han Wu looked at the screen showing the alien ship. "Do you trust them?" "I don't know," Kim Hana said. "But we have to listen to what they have to say. If we don't meet with them, they might think we are not friendly." The meeting was set for the next morning. The aliens said they would send someone down to talk with the human leaders. They chose the big assembly hall in the United Nations building. Security was very tight. Soldiers with guns stood at every door. Snipers watched from the rooftops. Captain Lee Jun was in charge of the soldiers protecting the meeting. He had been a soldier for 15 years. He was good at his job, but he had never had to protect people from aliens before. He made sure his men were ready for anything. The alien shuttle came down from the big ship at exactly 9 o'clock in the morning. It was small and silver and made no sound as it flew. It landed in the parking lot outside the United Nations building. The door opened and 3 aliens came out. They looked like giant insects, but they walked on 2 legs like humans. Their skin was gray and shiny. They had 4 arms and big black eyes. The one in front was taller than the others. He wore something that looked like clothes made of metal. Dr. Park Yuna watched them through a window. Her heart was beating fast. These were the first aliens that humans had ever seen. She wanted to run down and talk to them right away, but she had to wait. The tall alien spoke in perfect English when he came into the assembly hall. His voice sounded like it was coming from a machine. "I am High Chancellor Vextal of the Korthani Empire," he said. "I speak for the Galactic hegemony. We come to welcome Earth into our great family of worlds." The human leaders sat at a long table facing the aliens. Minister Kim Hana stood up to speak for Earth. "We welcome you to our world," she said. "We are happy to meet other life in the galaxy. What can we do for you?" High Chancellor Vextal made a sound that might have been laughing. "You do not understand," he said. "We are not here to ask for something. We are here to tell you what will happen." The room became very quiet. Admiral Han Wu felt his hands get tight. Something was wrong. "The Galactic hegemony controls 12 systems," Vextal continued. "When we find new worlds with life, we help them join our family. But there are rules. Every new world must give us workers to help build our empire." Dr. Park Yuna felt cold. "What kind of workers?" she asked. 80. Percent of your people, Vextal said as if he was talking about the weather. They will come with us to work on our worlds. They will help build cities and mines and farms. This is how all new worlds join us. Minister Kim Hana stood up again. Her face was red with anger. You want to take most of our people away from Earth? Yes, Vextal said. This is normal. The 20% who stay will live good lives. We will protect Earth and give you technology. Your people will be happy. And if we say no? Admiral Han Wu asked. Vextal turned to look at him. No world has ever said no, he said. But if you did, we would have to destroy you. We cannot let worlds stay free outside our family. It would make other worlds want to leave us. The human leaders looked at each other. Captain Lee Jun moved closer to his radio. Dr. Park Yuna felt sick to her stomach. Minister Kim Hana took a deep breath. How long do we have to decide? She asked. 72 hours, Vextal said. This is very generous. Most worlds get only 24 hours. Minister Kim Hana looked at Admiral Han Wu, then at Dr. Park Yuna, then at all the other human leaders in the room. She stood up straight and looked right at High Chancellor Vextal. We don't need 72 hours, she said. Our answer is no. We will not give you our people, and we ask you to leave our space right now. High Chancellor Vextal made that laughing sound again, but this time it sounded surprised. You do not understand. No world says no to the galactic hegemony. Earth just did, Minister Kim Hana said. The alien looked confused. He turned to the other aliens with him and made clicking sounds. They clicked back at him. Then he looked at the humans again. This has never happened before, he said. I must talk to my leaders, but I warn you. Our war fleet is already coming to your system. If you do not change your minds, they will destroy your world. Then they will destroy our world, Admiral, Han Wu said. But they will not make slaves of our people. High Chancellor Vextal and the other aliens left the building. Their shuttle flew back up to the big ship. Within an hour, the ship was gone. But long-range sensors at Earth Defense, Command picked up something else. A huge fleet of alien warships was moving toward Earth. The war was coming whether humans wanted it or not. Admiral Han Wu stood in the war room looking at the big screen on the wall. Red dots showed the alien fleet moving toward Earth. There were many dots. Too many dots. How many ships? He asked the young officer at the computer. 847, sir, the officer said. His voice was shaking a little. 6 of them are very big. Our computers think they are planet killers. Han Wu felt his stomach get tight. Planet killers were ships that could crack a world in half. He had read about them in old war stories, but he never thought he would see real ones. Dr. Park Yuna came into the war room. She looked tired. She had been awake all night studying the data from the alien visit. Any good news? Han Wu asked her. Not much, she said. Their technology is very advanced, but I noticed something strange. They seem to know a lot about our ships and weapons. Too much. Colonel Oh Minho walked over to them. He was the head of Earth Intelligence. He was a thin man who always looked like he was thinking about something secret. That's because they have been watching us, Oh Minho said quietly. For 40 years they have been listening to our radio signals. They think they know everything about us. Do they? Dr. Park Yuna asked. Colonel Oh Minho smiled, but it was not a happy smile. They know what we wanted them to know. Before anyone could ask what he meant, Captain Seojina came into the room. She was the commander of the stealth ship Soul's Shadow. She had just come back from a dangerous mission near the edge of the solar system. I got close to their fleet, she said. They didn't see me. I counted their ships and recorded their communications. She put a data chip into the computer. The big screen showed pictures of the alien warships. They were huge and dark and covered with weapons. The biggest ones looked like metal mountains floating in space. They're talking like this will be easy, Captain Seojina said. They keep saying humans are primitive. They think our biggest ship is only 500 meters long. Admiral Han Wu looked at the pictures. How long until they get here? 18 hours, Captain Seogina said. They're not hurrying. They think this will be over quickly. The room was quiet for a moment. Everyone was thinking about Earth's defense fleet. 23 ships. Most of them were small patrol boats. The biggest was Han Wu's flagship, Incheon's Pride. It was only 400 meters long. Sir, said a young officer at another computer, the aliens are sending us a message. Put it on the main screen, Han Wu said. High Chancellor Vextal appeared on the screen. He was standing on the bridge of one of the alien warships. Behind him, other aliens were working at strange computers. People of Earth, Vextal said. Our fleet will arrive soon. You still have time to change your minds. Give us 80% of your people, and your world will live. Refuse, and we will turn your planet into dust. The message ended. Admiral Han Wu looked around the room at his officers. They all looked scared, but none of them looked like they wanted to give up. Get me Minister Kim Hana, he said. A few minutes later, Kim Hana appeared on a video call. She was in the government bunker under Seoul. Admiral, what's our situation? Bad, Han Wu said honestly. Their fleet is much bigger than ours. If we fight them with what they can see, we will lose in minutes. What they can see? Kim Hana asked. Colonel Oh Minho stepped forward. Minister, there's something you need to know. Something that has been secret for a very long time. He pressed some buttons on his computer. New information appeared on the screens around the room. Dr. Park Yuna's eyes got very wide when she saw it. For 40 years we have been sending false information into space, Oh Minho said. Every time we tested a weapon, we made it look weaker than it really was. Every time we built a ship, we hid its real size and power. Why? Minister Kim Hana asked. Because we knew someone might be watching, Oh Minho said. We wanted them to think we were weak and primitive. We wanted them to underestimate us. Dr. Choi Dae appeared on another video screen. He was calling from the Luna research station on the moon. He was the head of the physics department there. The deception worked perfectly, Dr. Choi said. They think they know all about human technology, but what they saw was 40 years old. We have been very busy since then. Admiral Han Wu felt something like hope start to grow in his chest. What are you saying? I'm saying we're not as defenseless as they think, Colonel Oh Minho said. Not by a long way. Captain Seogina looked confused. But our fleet only has 23 ships. Our visible fleet has 23 ships, Oh Minho corrected her. He pressed more buttons. The screens around the room changed again. Now they showed new pictures. Pictures of ships that looked nothing like the ones the aliens had seen. These ships were huge. Some of them were bigger than the alien planet killers. They had strange shapes and were covered in armor that looked like it was made of liquid metal. The Silent Fleet, Dr. Choi said from Luna Station. 127 ships built, in complete secrecy, hidden using technology the aliens have never seen before. Dr. Park Yuna stared at the pictures. How is this possible? How did we build all this without anyone knowing? Asteroid mining stations that weren't really asteroid mining stations, Oh Minho said. Research bases that were really shipyards. Construction crews who thought they were building space habitats. Where are they now? Admiral Han Wu asked. Captain. Seogina checked her instruments. According to this, they're all around us, hidden in the asteroid belt, hidden behind the moon. Some of them are disguised as space junk floating near Earth. Disguised how? Dr. Park Yuna asked. Holographic. Camouflage, Dr. Choi said. They look like rocks or old satellites to any scanner, but they're really battleships. Admiral Han Wu felt his heart beating faster. Who commands this silent fleet? Fleet Admiral Kang Tae, Oh Minho said. He's been waiting for this day for 20 years. Another video screen turned on. An older man in a military uniform appeared. He had gray hair and calm eyes. This was Fleet Admiral Kang Tae. Admiral Han Wu, Kang Tae said. I've been watching the alien fleet. They're moving in. Attack formation. They think they're hunting sheep. What are our orders? Han Wu asked. Let them get close, Kang Tae said. Let them think they have us trapped. When they start their attack, we'll show them what humans really built while they weren't looking. The screens showed the alien fleet getting closer to Earth. They were moving slowly like they had all the time in the world. Their communications were full of jokes about primitive humans and their tiny ships. "Admiral," Captain Seogina said, "I'm picking up movement in the asteroid belt. Something big is moving out there." "That's the silent fleet getting into position," Fleet Admiral Kang Tae said. "In 6 hours the aliens will be in range, then we'll decloak and give them the surprise of their lives." Dr. Park Yuna looked at all the information on the screens. "This is incredible. But why keep it secret from us? Why didn't Earth's leaders know about this?" Colonel Oh Minho looked serious. "Because the best secrets are the ones that even your friends don't know. If Earth's government didn't know about the silent fleet, then the aliens watching our communications couldn't know about it either." Minister Kim Hana spoke from her bunker. "So when I told them no, I didn't know we could actually fight back." "You said no because it was the right thing to do," Admiral Han Wu said. "The silent fleet just makes sure we can back up our words with actions." The alien fleet kept coming. They sent more messages demanding surrender. They talked about how they would destroy Earth's cities one by one until humans begged for mercy. But in the asteroid belt, in the shadows of Earth's moon, and disguised as space debris around the planet, the silent fleet was waking up. Ships that had waited 20 years were powering up their weapons. Crews who had trained in absolute secrecy were taking their battle stations. The aliens thought they were coming to destroy a primitive world. Instead, they were flying into the biggest trap in galactic history. The alien fleet reached Earth's outer defense zone at exactly 1400 hours. High Chancellor Vextal stood on the bridge of his command ship, Eternal Dominion, looking at the small blue planet ahead of them. "Such a pretty world," he said to his officers. "It will be sad to destroy it, but these humans must learn their place." His tactical officer, a younger Korthani with bright green markings, checked his instruments. "Sir, I'm only detecting 23 human ships. They're spread out around the planet in a defensive pattern." Vextal made that clicking sound that meant he was laughing. 23 ships against 800. These humans are either very brave or very stupid. On Earth, Fleet Admiral Kang Tae watched the alien fleet from his hidden command center. His ship, Busan's Thunder, was disguised as a large asteroid floating near Earth's moon. Around him, his officers were quietly preparing for battle. "All ships report ready, sir," said Commander Baek-Sol, his tactical officer. "The silent fleet is in position and waiting for your orders." Kang Tae looked at the display showing the alien ships. They were moving in a tight formation, confident and slow. They had no idea what was waiting for them. "Not yet," he said quietly. "Let them get closer. Let them think they've already won." Admiral Han Wu was on the bridge of his flagship, Incheon's Pride. Around him, his crew was trying to look brave, but he could see the fear in their eyes. They could see the alien fleet on their screens, hundreds of huge ships coming to destroy their home. "Sir," said his communications officer, "the aliens are sending another message." "Put it through," Han Wu said. High Chancellor Vextal's face appeared on the main screen. Behind him, the bridge of his ship was busy with aliens preparing for battle. "Admiral of Earth," Vextal said, "this is your last chance. Surrender now, and we will be merciful. Your people will live as workers in our empire. Refuse and we will kill everyone on your planet." Admiral Han Wu stood up. He looked right at the alien commander. "We gave you our answer already. The answer is still no." "Then you will die," Vextal said. "All weapons target the human ships. Destroy them." The alien fleet opened fire. Thousands of energy beams shot through space toward the 23 human ships. The beams were bright green and moved faster than anything humans had ever seen. But something strange happened. The human ships didn't try to dodge, they just sat there and took the hits. The alien weapons hit their hulls and did nothing. On the bridge of Eternal Dominion, the tactical officer stared at his instruments. "Sir, our weapons aren't working. The energy is just disappearing when it hits their ships." Vextal felt confused for the first time in his long military career. "That's impossible. Our weapons can destroy mountains." Admiral Hanwoo smiled on the bridge of Incheon's Pride. The alien weapons had felt like a light breeze hitting his ship. The new hull armor had absorbed all the energy and turned it into power for his own weapons. "All human ships," he said into his radio. "Return fire." The 23 visible human ships fired back. Their weapons were different from what the aliens expected. Instead of energy beams, they shot projectiles that moved at incredible speed. The projectiles went right through the alien shields like they weren't even there. 5 alien ships exploded in the first few seconds of the battle. High Chancellor. Vextal watched his ships die and felt something he had never felt before: fear. "How are they doing this? Our intelligence said their weapons were primitive." "Sir," his tactical officer said, his voice shaking, "I'm detecting something strange. There are energy signatures appearing all around us." "What kind of energy signatures?" "Big ones, sir. Very big ones. That was when Fleet Admiral Kang Tae gave the order that changed galactic history." "Silent Fleet," he said into his radio. "Decloak. Show them what humanity really built." All around the alien fleet, space began to shimmer. What looked like empty space, asteroids, and floating debris suddenly wasn't there anymore. Instead, huge, human warships appeared as their camouflage system shut off. The alien fleet found themselves surrounded by 127 human dreadnoughts. Each ship was bigger than anything in the alien fleet. Their hulls were covered in armor that looked like liquid metal. Strange energy patterns ran along their sides like veins of light. On the bridge of Eternal Dominion, every alarm was ringing at once. The tactical officer's instruments were going crazy trying to process what they were seeing. "Sir," he said, his voice barely a whisper, "we're surrounded. There are human ships everywhere. Big ships, bigger than our planet killers." "High Chancellor." Vextal stared at the display. This was impossible. Their intelligence said humans were primitive. Their spies had watched Earth for 40 years. How could they have missed this? Fleet Admiral Kang Tae opened a communication channel to the alien fleet. His face appeared on screens throughout their ships. "I am Fleet Admiral Kang Tae of the human Silent Fleet," he said. His voice was calm and cold. "You came to our home, uninvited. You threatened our people. You attacked our ships. Now you will learn why that was a mistake." Captain Ryu Min commanded the Dreadnought Gwangju's Fury, one of the largest ships in the Silent Fleet. He had been waiting 20 years for this moment. His ship was 3 times bigger than the largest alien vessel. "Admiral," he said to Kang Tae over the radio, "request permission to show them what our main guns can do." "Permission granted," Kang Tae said. "Target the largest alien ship. 1 shot. Make it count." Captain Ryu Min smiled. "Gladly, sir." The Gwangju's Fury turned toward the biggest alien ship, a massive planet killer called World's End. The human dreadnought's main weapon began to charge. Energy built up along the ship's front section until it glowed like a small sun. "Firing," Captain Ryu Min said. A beam of pure white energy shot from the human ship. It was only a meter wide, but when it hit the alien planet killer, the huge ship simply came apart. The beam cut through the alien vessel like it was made of paper. The ship broke into 2 pieces, both ends drifting away in opposite directions. The alien fleet went silent. No one spoke on their communication channels. They had just watched their most powerful warship destroyed by a single shot from a human vessel. Lieutenant Nam Ki was the weapons officer on Busan's Thunder. He had helped design the quantum displacement cannons that all the Silent Fleet ships carried. He watched his instruments as the other human ships began targeting alien vessels. "Sir," he said to Fleet Admiral Kang Tae, "all ships report weapons charged and ready. We can end this in the next 30 seconds. Kang Tae looked at the alien fleet on his display. They were not moving. They seemed frozen in shock. He opened communications again. "Alien fleet," he said. "You have seen what one of our weapons can do. We have 127 ships, and each ship has dozens of these weapons. You can surrender now, or you can join your dead friends. Choose quickly." High Chancellor Vextal stood on his bridge, staring at the human ships around him. His legs felt weak. His officers were looking at him, waiting for orders, but he didn't know what to say. "Sir," his communications officer said, "the other ships in our fleet are asking for orders. Should we fight? Should we run?" Vextal looked at the display again. Human ships were everywhere. They were bigger and more advanced than anything he had ever seen. And there were so many of them. "We can't fight this," he said quietly. "We can't even run. They have us completely surrounded." "Sir?" Vextal took a deep breath. In 3,000 years of galactic hegemony expansion, no enemy had ever made them surrender. But no enemy had ever been this strong. "Send a message to the human fleet," he said. Tell them we surrender." Fleet Admiral Kang Tae received the alien surrender message on the bridge of Busan's Thunder. Around him, his officers waited for orders. The alien fleet hung in space like broken toys, surrounded by human dreadnoughts. "Sir," said Commander Beck, "Saul. What are your orders?" Kang Tae looked at the display showing hundreds of alien ships. Many of them were damaged from the short battle. Some were sending distress signals. Others were trying to repair their weapon systems. "Begin rescue operations," he said. "Any alien ship that is damaged, send help. We are not barbarians." Commander Park Jin, the strategic officer, looked surprised. "Sir, we're going to help them?" "We're going to show them what humans really are," Kang Tae said. "Captain Cho-won, take your ships and start pulling survivors from the destroyed vessels." Captain Cho-won commanded a group of smaller human ships designed for rescue work. She had been a doctor before becoming a ship captain. Her ships looked different from the big dreadnoughts. They were white with red crosses painted on their sides. "Understood, Admiral," she said. "Beginning rescue operations now." Her ships moved toward the wreckage of the alien planet killer that Gwangju's Fury had destroyed. Human rescue teams in special suits flew through space to look for survivors. They found hundreds of aliens trapped in the broken ship and brought them to safety. High Chancellor Vextal watched from his bridge as human ships rescued his people. He had never seen anything like this. In galactic hegemony wars, enemies were left to die in space. No one rescued their survivors. "Why are they helping us?" he asked his tactical officer. "I don't know, sir," the young alien replied. "This is not normal." A message came from the human fleet. Fleet Admiral Kang Tae appeared on Vextal's screen. "Chancellor Vextal," Kang Tae said, "we are sending medical ships to help your wounded. Do not be alarmed. We do not kill helpless enemies." "Why?" Vextal asked. "We came here to destroy your world. We tried to make slaves of your people. Why do you help us?" "Because that is what humans do," Kang Tae said simply. "We fight when we must, but we do not enjoy killing." Captain Yang Su commanded the stealth destroyer Daegu's Phantom. Her ship was much smaller than the dreadnoughts, but it had special technology that made it very dangerous. She had been moving through the alien fleet, studying their ships. "Admiral," she said over the radio, "I've been inside their formation. Their technology is not as advanced as we thought. They just have a lot of ships." "Explain," Kang Tae said. "Their weapons are powerful, but they're old designs," Yang Su said. "Their shields are strong against energy weapons, but they can't stop our projectile weapons, and they have no defense against quantum displacement technology." Dr. Lee Hai was listening from her laboratory on Luna Station. She had spent 15 years developing the quantum displacement technology that made the Silent Fleet so dangerous. "The aliens fight in 3 dimensions," she explained over the communication system. "But our ships can fight in 4 dimensions. We can attack them from directions they can't even understand." To prove her point, Captain Yang Su activated her ship's quantum drive. The Daegu's Phantom seemed to fold in on itself and disappear. A few seconds later, it appeared inside the alien formation, right next to High Chancellor Vextal's command ship. The aliens panicked. Their weapons tried to target the human ship, but it disappeared again before they could fire. It appeared on the other side of their fleet, then behind them, then above them. "This is impossible," Vextal said. "How are they moving like that?" His science officer, an old Korthani with many years of experience, studied the sensor readings. "They're not moving through normal space," he said. "They're using some kind of dimensional folding. They can appear anywhere they want." Captain. Yang Su's ship appeared one more time right in front of Vextal's bridge windows. The human captain looked directly at him and waved. Then her ship vanished again. We could have destroyed your entire fleet in the first minute of battle, fleet, Admiral Kang Tae said over the communications. Our ships can appear inside your shields, fire our weapons, and disappear before you can respond. But we chose not to do this. Why? Vextal asked again. Because unnecessary killing is wrong, Kang Tae said. You surrendered. That makes you prisoners, not enemies. Commander Baek Sol was watching the tactical display on Busan's Thunder. Sir, some of the alien ships are trying to charge their weapons again. Which ships? Kang Tae asked. 3 of their remaining planet killers, Baek Sol said. It looks like they're planning to fire on Earth. Kang Tae's expression became cold. Stop them. Captain Yang Su heard the order over the radio. Her ship, Daegu's Phantom, was already moving. She used quantum displacement to appear inside the shields of the first alien planet killer. The aliens on that ship panicked when a human destroyer suddenly appeared on their bridge. Captain Yang Su fired her ship's weapons at point-blank range, destroying the alien ship's main guns. Then she disappeared and moved to the next planet killer. It took her less than 5 minutes to disable all 3 ships. The aliens couldn't fight back because they couldn't predict where her ship would appear next. That was a mistake, Fleet Admiral Kang Tae said to High Chancellor Vextal. Your ships agreed to surrender. When you try to break that agreement, people get hurt. Dr. Lee Hai spoke from Luna Station. Admiral, I'm reading quantum signatures from their remaining ships. I think some of them are trying to escape using faster-than-light drives. Let me handle this, said Captain Yang Su. Her ship appeared next to each alien vessel that was trying to run away. She fired quantum disruptor weapons that made it impossible for them to enter faster-than-light travel. No one leaves until we're finished talking, Kang Tae said. High Chancellor Vextal realized that his fleet was completely helpless. The humans could appear anywhere, destroy anything, and disappear before his ships could respond. They had weapons and technology that the galactic hegemony had never seen before. What do you want from us? He asked. We want you to go home, Kang Tae said. We want you to tell your leaders what happened here, and we want you to never threaten Earth again. That's all? No, Kang Tae said. We also want you to stop forcing other worlds to give you their people. The galaxy is big enough for everyone to be free. Vextal felt confused. You're not going to destroy us? You're not going to make us your slaves? Why would we do that? Kang Tae asked. We don't want to rule anyone. We just want to be left alone. Captain Cho Won finished rescuing survivors from the destroyed alien ships. Her medical teams had saved over 3,000 alien lives. They gave medical care to the wounded and food to the hungry. Admiral, she reported. All rescue. Operations complete. The alien survivors are asking why we helped them. Tell them it's because all life is precious, Kang Tae said. Even the lives of our enemies. High Chancellor Vextal watched human medical ships treating his wounded soldiers. The humans were gentle and careful, even with aliens who had tried to destroy their world just hours before. I don't understand you, he said to Fleet Admiral Kang Tae. You don't need to understand us, Kang Tae replied. You just need to remember what you saw here today. Remember that humans can be kind to those who surrender, but we will destroy anyone who threatens our home. The alien fleet began to regroup. The damaged ships were given supplies to help them make the journey home. The human fleet watched but did not interfere. You're really going to let us leave? Vextal asked. Yes, Kang Tae said. But remember this. We know where you live now. If the galactic hegemony ever threatens Earth again, we will not be so merciful next time. As the alien fleet prepared to depart, High Chancellor Vextal sent one final message to the human commander. Fleet Admiral Kang Tae, he said. I have been a soldier for 200 years. I have conquered 50 worlds for the hegemony. But I have never seen anything like what I saw today. What did you see? Kang Tae asked. I saw warriors who chose mercy when they could have chosen revenge. Vextal said, that is not normal in the galaxy. Then maybe it's time for the galaxy to change. Kang Tae replied. 6 months after the battle, Ambassador Yoon Hwa stood at the window of her office on Luna Station, watching alien ships arrive in Earth's solar system. But these ships were different from the ones that had come before. They flew slowly and had their weapons powered down. They carried white flags of peace. "Ma'am," her assistant said, "the Galactic Hegemony delegation is requesting permission to land." Yoon Hwa smiled. She was 45 years old and had been Earth's best diplomat for 20 years. But she had never had to negotiate with aliens before. "Tell them they may land," she said, "and tell them they will be safe here." The news of what happened at Earth had spread across the galaxy faster than anyone expected. The story was almost impossible to believe. A primitive world had defeated the most powerful military force in known space. Not only defeated it, but done so while showing mercy to the defeated enemies. Captain Jang Bin commanded the diplomatic ship Harmony's Edge. It was one of the new ships built after the battle, designed for peaceful missions instead of war. His job was to escort alien visitors and keep them safe while they were near Earth. "Ambassador," he said over the radio, "the alien delegation is on their way to Luna Station. They seem nervous." "Good," Yoon Hwa said. "Nervous people are more likely to listen." President Moon Jae was in her office in Seoul, watching the news reports about the alien visitors. She was the leader of the United Earth government, elected just 2 months after the battle. The people of Earth had chosen her because they trusted her to deal with the new galactic situation. "How many worlds have rebelled against the hegemony?" she asked her aide. 17 so far, the aide replied. "And more are considering it every day. The news about Earth is giving them hope." The alien delegation arrived at Luna Station in a small shuttle. There were only 5 aliens this time, and they all looked scared. Their leader was High Chancellor Vextal, the same alien who had demanded Earth's surrender 6 months ago. Ambassador Yoon Hwa met them in the same conference room where the first meeting had taken place. But this time, the atmosphere was completely different. The alien sat quietly and waited for her to speak first. "High Chancellor Vextal," she said, "welcome back to human space. I hope your journey was comfortable." "Thank you," Vextal said. His voice was much quieter than before. We come to ask for your help." "Our help?" Yoon Hwa asked, though she already knew what they wanted. "The Galactic hegemony is falling apart," Vextal said. "When word spread about what happened here, 17 worlds declared their independence. 3 more hegemony fleets have been defeated by rebel forces. Our empire is collapsing. And you want us to help you keep your empire together?" Yoon Hwa asked. "No," Vextal said, surprising her. "We want you to help us build something better." Admiral Shinho was preparing the first human expeditionary fleet at Mars Orbital Station. His ships were not warships like the Silent Fleet, but explorer vessels designed to travel to other worlds and make contact with alien civilizations. "Admiral," his communications officer said, "President Moon Jae wants to speak with you." President Moon Jae appeared on the screen. Behind her, Yoon Hwa and several other government officials were listening to the alien delegation. "Admiral," the president said, "I want you to prepare for a new kind of mission. We're not going to conquer anyone. We're going to liberate people." "Understood, ma'am," Shinho said. "How many worlds are we talking about?" According to the aliens, over 200 worlds in the hegemony have populations that were taken from their original homes, Moon Jae said. "People who were forced to become workers on alien worlds. They want to go home." Admiral Shinho felt his heart beat faster. This was exactly the kind of mission he had hoped for when he joined the expeditionary fleet. High Chancellor Vextal continued explaining the situation to Ambassador Yoon Hwa. "The old hegemony system is broken," he said. "We built it on fear and force. But fear stops working when people see that force can be defeated." "What are you proposing?" Yoon Hwa asked. "A new kind of galactic government," Vextal said. "One based on cooperation instead of conquest. One where worlds choose to work together instead of being forced to serve." Dr. Park Yuna was listening to the meeting from her laboratory. She was now the head of Earth's new xenological studies department, which was responsible for understanding alien cultures and biology. "Ambassador," she said over the communication system. Ask them about the forced relocation programs. The Chancellor has already promised those will end immediately, Yunhua said. But we want more than promises. What do you want? Vextal asked. We want to help the relocated people go home, Yunhua said. All of them. Every person who was taken from their world against their will gets the choice to return. That would be millions of people, Vextal said. Then we have a lot of work to do, Yunhua replied. Captain Li Jun, now promoted to admiral, was commanding the defense of Earth, while the Silent Fleet was being reorganized. His new job was to protect Earth from any remaining hegemony loyalists who might want revenge. Ma'am, he said to President Moon Ji, I'm getting reports that some hegemony worlds don't want to change. There are still fleet commanders out there who believe in the old ways. How many? Moon Ji asked. At least 50 ships, Li Jun said. They're calling themselves the true hegemony. They say they'll keep conquering worlds whether their government approves or not. President Moon Ji looked at Admiral Shin Ho on the screen. Admiral, it looks like your expedition might need an escort. I was hoping you'd say that, Shin Ho said with a smile. The meeting on Luna Station continued for 3 days. By the end, Earth and the remaining hegemony government had signed the Galactic Liberation Agreement. Under this agreement, humans would help free all the enslaved populations on hegemony worlds. In return, the aliens would share their knowledge of other civilizations in the galaxy. There's one more thing, High Chancellor Vextal said on the last day. There are other empires out there. Some of them are much bigger than the hegemony was. When they learn about human technology, they might decide that you're too dangerous to exist. Let them come, Ambassador Yunhua said. Humanity has never backed down from bullies. We're not going to start now. Captain Zhang Bin's diplomatic ship Harmony's Edge prepared to leave for the former hegemony capital world. His mission was to establish the first human embassy on an alien world. He would help set up the new galactic government and make sure the liberation programs went smoothly. Captain, his communications officer said, we're receiving messages from over 30 alien worlds. They're all asking for human help with their independence movements. Send the messages to Earth Command, Zhang Bin said. Tell them we're going to be very busy for the next few years. Fleet Admiral Kang Tae was reorganizing the Silent Fleet for its new mission. Instead of hiding and preparing for invasion, his ships would now patrol the galaxy, protecting free worlds from anyone who tried to enslave them again. Sir, Commander Bexol said, Captain Yang Su reports that the true hegemony fleet is moving toward the Zilani system. Intelligence says they're planning to re-enslave the population there. Not if we get there first, Kang Tae said. Set course for Zilani, maximum quantum displacement speed. Sir, that's 300 light-years away. Then we'd better hurry, Kang Tae said. We have people to protect. As the human ships prepared for their new missions across the galaxy, President Moon Ji gave a speech to the people of Earth. She stood in the same United Nations building where the first alien delegation had made their demands 6 months ago. The aliens came here expecting to find cattle, she said. Instead, they found shepherds. Today, we begin the greatest mission in human history. We go to the stars not as conquerors, but as liberators. We will show the galaxy that freedom is not something that can be taken away by force. The people of Earth cheered. In the months since the battle, they had gone from feeling afraid and helpless to feeling proud and hopeful. Their world was no longer isolated and primitive. It was the center of a new movement that would change the galaxy forever. High Chancellor Vextal watched President Moon Ji's speech from his ship as he traveled back to his homeworld. He had a difficult job ahead of him. He had to convince his people to give up their empire and help build something better. But he had seen what humans could do when they set their minds to something. If they said they could free millions of enslaved people and create a better galaxy, then maybe they could really do it. The age of the galactic hegemony was over. The age of human leadership in the galaxy was just beginning. And for the first time in thousands of years, enslaved people across the galaxy had reason to hope that freedom was coming.